So this week's Ask Dr. Nikki comes from fake name Jill. So I'm going to read Jill's question, which is, Dear Dr. Nikki, I'm new to online dating and unfortunately recently I was catfished. It really upset me as I felt like this was somebody I was developing a relationship with. I would really like to be in a relationship, but I am scared about being catfished again. What do I say to people and how do I verify that they are a real person? Jill, first of all, I'm so sorry that you had this experience because it can be really hurtful for a lot of people when, especially they open up and they become vulnerable and then they find out that the person that they thought that they were developing a relationship with is in fact not who they say that they were. And I completely understand how there is a hesitancy now with online dating if that has been maybe your first real experience. So I think at the moment, with online dating really going through the roof thanks to a pandemic, there are going to be more people out there who are catfishing, and you need to be very wary of that. In terms of how you filter for that, I always think it's a wise idea to look for those red flags, but also to verify their identity in some way or form. So if you're talking to someone and you wonder if they're real, try and see if you can ask them for a social media profile. Now, I'm not suggesting that you add them on social media because I think it's so much better to get to know somebody as a real person rather than the projection that they put out online. But it's also a way of verifying them as to, is their name matching up with their photos? Maybe it's a LinkedIn profile. Maybe it's some other platform that can show you that the name and the photos line up with the name and the photos that you've been used to. Now, this is not a complete way because people can create other platforms to support a false identity, but it might give you some reassurance that they are who they say they are. The best advice I was given was actually to Google search people. Sometimes you find things you don't want to see, but sometimes you also find things that are important. A girlfriend and I were going on a date with these two guys. We Google searched and we found a whole lot of stuff which kind of made us run. Sometimes it can be really useful just to Google search their name and just find out, are there anything even professionally or personally that come up that show you that they're a real person and that their name is who that they say that they are. I think though that if you're getting any gut feelings that something's not right, then you need to listen to that. So are they asking you for money? That's a huge one. Is it often people who are catfishing, they're doing it for the intent of something? Are they too eager too soon? Often when people are catfishing, they want to really trap you in there straight away. So are they saying that they love you and they're saying that they want to have a relationship with you when they haven't even met you yet? Are they basing something off very minimal information from you? Because with catfishing, it doesn't really matter so much about the person who's being catfished. It's just as long as they can catfish you, as long as they can trap you into their world and get your attention. Are they saying the right things that you want to hear without stopping to really know you and what you're about first? So if you get that gut instinct, then it's really important that you listen to that and that you investigate this a little further. Now, when it comes to expressing this to other people, I think it's really important that you do actually say to people that you are starting to chat to online why you need this verification, instead of just saying, hey, I need your LinkedIn profile or I want your Instagram account. It's really important you say, listen, I'm new to online dating and I had a really bad experience with catfishing, and I need, if it's okay, just to verify somehow who you are because you seem like a really great person and I'd love to get to know you, but I don't want to go through that disappointment again. Sometimes being open and vulnerable with somebody not only will help with the verification and the trust because they might have been catfished or they might really like you and be thinking, wow, I've really got to make sure I let this person feel comfortable enough so that they know that I'm real or so they know that there's that trust there. But I think it's just a great honest way to be able to say to somebody, I need this because I'm aware that there are people that catfish out there and I've experienced it. Let's not beat around the bush. You don't want to be in another situation where someone is doing this to you. So I think there's nothing wrong with actually saying to the person, as long as it's not the first message or it's like the first thing you say, but if you've had a conversation with them and you really want to know if they're real or not, or if they're saying they are who they are, then tell them and say, listen, you seem like a really great person. I like chatting to you, but I've been catfished before and I just need some way of knowing that you are who you say you are. So I hope that helps, and I'm so sorry that you've had that experience. Please don't let it put you off online dating, because just like in the physical world, there were people that were players that were already in a relationship and going out there and trying to get other people, or who were not who they said they were. So it can happen in the online world. It's obviously just a bit easier to fake a personality or a persona. So please, I hope that helps, and stay safe. Now, if you have an Ask Dr. Nikki or a how-to that you'd like to see me do a video on, please make sure you head over to my Facebook page and you can ask me anything that you want.